With the Iowa caucuses less than 6 months away, boy, time is moving. Former President Trump continues to hold a commanding lead over the Republican field, polling at an average of nearly 50%.
And believe it or not, the first Republican presidential debate takes place next month. And we're joined now by one of the candidates trying to get on that debate stage, former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson. Welcome back. Thanks so much for being with us.
It is good to see you.
Well, it's great to be with you today. Thanks so much.
So I guess we have to start. Do you think you're going to be able to meet the requirements to get you on that debate stage?
The answer is yes. We're not there yet. We need a lot of help to get there, but it's really important. Obviously, the voters are now starting to get tuned in with the Iowa caucus 6 months away, as you said. And so this debate is a way to contrast the candidates between themselves and their ideas. So it is important. We're working very hard to get there. Of course, we have to have 40,000 donors, which is asa2024.com, and that's how you can help. Even $1 helps us to get on the stage, and we're going to get there. We just have some more work to do.
You've been making your rounds, and yesterday you actually spoke at Turning Point Action Conference, and you received a lot of applause, but you also got some boos and some chants where people were chanting Trump. Let's listen to it.
And whenever you...
All right, Governor, so how do you make a case against former President Trump?
First of all, that was a great event. There were thousands of young people there who were very well behaved. A few of the adults got out of hand. But it's really important, as you said, to go to these audiences that might be pro-Trump and make your case, because the way to the nomination has to go through Donald Trump. You have to make your case against him. You have to contrast it. And we're doing that every day. And over time, that's going to make a difference. The key is people want to win in 2024. And Donald Trump is not the path to victory. And so right now it is wide open. This is the most unpredictable election season that I've seen in my lifetime. And so if anybody can predict the outcome, I want to put some money in their foretelling ability. But it is unpredictable. And so you've got to work hard, contrast the messages about border security, about the support for Ukraine, and to make sure that the United States is always strong in terms of our military, to talk about we're spending too much federal money, and my plan to reduce the non-defense civilian workforce by 10%. This is tightening the belt where we need to do this. These are dramatic changes that I want to present, and that's why we want on that debate stage as well.
You're talking about the issues. One of the issues that you have been talking about, you're going to unveil a federal law enforcement reform package later today. Tell us about this.
Well, this is critically important. If there's anything that my life has represented, it is both my faith, but it's also support of the rule of law. And I've spent my private life, my public career defending the rule of law and our justice system. And it needs a correction. We haven't had a major reform in our federal law enforcement in over 20 years. This is the most dramatic, bold reform proposal that will help restore confidence in our federal law enforcement. It will help give more accountability to them. And it also doesn't undercut their important mission of public safety and protecting our nation. And so these will be some very bold reform proposals that are critical to make sure our system works again, which is the envy of the world. You know, you look at our Bill of Rights, you think about our Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, Sixth Amendment, right to jury trial, the due process clauses. All of these are part of our Bill of Rights that are fundamental to America, and we've lost confidence in the federal law enforcement in some ways, and that confidence needs to be rebuilt, and that's the purpose of this reform.
Governor, you've spent some time in some key primary states. What are voters saying to you?
Well, you know, they're not talking about necessarily Donald Trump. They're not talking about the 2020 election. They're actually talking about the pocketbook issue, how the interest rates are hurting them. Whenever you're looking at a car loan or you're looking at credit card debt, this is hitting them, and that starts with too much federal spending. They're talking about the inflation. Even though that it is reduced, the cost of groceries is still high. And so sometimes you look at the employment, we're increasing in our employment numbers, but at the same time, some families are having to work 2 jobs just to make ends meet. And so that's on the table. They're also talking about the schools and talking about improve our education. And of course, choice in education helps us to do that. And these are some of the topics, but it's really refreshing to be out there on the campaign trail because they talk about real issues and they're interested in the solutions that the candidates offer.
All right, and Governor, a little birdie right here, Eva tells me you know a thing about basketball as well. You can hoop?
I can, and I look forward to every occasion to do it. So stay tuned.
We might have to take him up on that.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Governor. We appreciate it.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.